Welcome to today's episode of KB Talks. I'm your host KB, and today we're diving into the latest news in gaming, anime, movies, and television. Let's get started. Alright, let's dive into gaming because there's a lot to talk about. First thing first, PlayStation Plus games of the month are Stray, WRC 24, and Totally Accurate Battle Simulator. Stray is a game you play as a cat navigating a neon lit city. WRC 24 is a rally racing simulator. Totally Accurate Battle Simulator is a humorous physics based strategy battle game. All of these games are available on PlayStation Plus until December 1st, so get them while you can. So, first story up, the Gaming Awards drops nominations for each categories. I've picked 3 categories for you guys, and these are the ones I feel are the most important. So the first category is Game of the Year, and these are the nominees: Claire Obscure, Expedition 33, Death Stranding 2, Donkey Kong Bonanza, Hades 2, Hollow Knight Silk Song, and Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Out of those, I'm thinking Expedition 33 is gonna. That's my pick for the winner, Expedition 33, or that's the one I think is gonna win. My pick would be probably Hades 2. I've seen other people. I've seen people strongly push for Silk Song, but we can only wait and see. I believe I believe it's next month when they announce the winners of these. But the next the next uh the next category I picked was the most anticipated game at the Game Awards. Now this is their list, and I have a pick that's left off that I think should be on here. But the first is 007 First Light, Grand Theft Auto 6, Marvel's Wolverine, Resident Evil Requiem, The Witcher, I think 4, 5, I don't remember. Maybe 6, who knows? I don't remember. But The Witcher. And out of these, I think Grand Theft Auto or Wolverine is going to be the winner. Because even the gameplay for 007 looked good. I didn't see anything about Resident Evil Requiem. And then The Witcher is made by CD Projekt Red, so whatever trailer they put out, I don't believe it. Because I've seen what happened with damn, what's that game called? Their last game, Cyberpunk. The trailer for that was amazing. Then the game came out in a bad state. It was complete shit when it first came out. Later on, it had a No Man's Sky effect where it became a great game, but at the start it wasn't even really playable. But we'll just see if The Witcher comes out in a good state. But my the two that I'm going for is Grand Theft Auto 6 because everybody's waiting for that, and Marvel's Wolverine, and we've been waiting for that for a while. But I think you could toss off Resident Evil Requiem and put Kingdom Hearts 4, because every year at the gaming awards, people are asking for something Kingdom Hearts related. Hey, maybe you show us Kingdom Hearts trailer. Hey, show us. It should be nominated for most anticipated game, because I'm gonna keep it a buck. Nobody waiting for Resident Evil, so you could have easily swapped that out. Jesus Christ, I'm gonna cut this shit. But that's what I believe. You don't have to have the same belief, but I'm a go hard for my game. But the last category I picked is the best adaptation. Now, this category has a robbery, and I cannot stress this enough. So the nominees for best adaptation are a Minecraft movie, Devil May Cry, Last of Us Season 2, Splinter Cell Death Watch, and Until Dawn. Minecraft is probably gonna win, or Devil May Cry, but no, there is no way in hell Sonic 3 is not on this list. It is no way in hell. It would have been an easy sweep, but it's crazy to me that Sonic 3 isn't on this list. Unless this guy just hates Sonic, then that's the only explanation I got for him just keeping it off the list. Because it was Sonic 3 was better than everything on this list. Fucking, I didn't even know Splinter Cell came out. Until Dawn was trash. Last of Us Season 2, I'm not even a Last of Us fan, so I don't care. Devil May Cry, it was okay. Minecraft movie, it made $1 billion. That's all I can say about it. But Sonic 3 should have won this. Should have been in this category. Won it with hands down. It was the best adaptation of a video game, bar none. It was basically for everybody who grew up playing Sonic Adventures 2. If you play that, and it had other little Easter eggs, like if you ever played Shadow the Hedgehog when he had the guns. But I can't stress it enough. Sonic 3 should have been on that list. But those are the three categories I picked. Let me know in each category who is your winner. And now we're moving on to the next story. Valve reportedly says the Steam machine will be priced like a PC and not a console. Now, you lost me. I was real excited for the Steam machine, hoping it was in the $500 to $800 range. But if you're pricing it as a PC, then who is it for? Because if it's priced as a PC, then we could just buy a custom built PC for cheaper, probably. And then from what everything I've seen, people saying if this is priced as a PC, the specs are too low. if it was a if it was a if it's priced as a console, we would understand. But Valve doesn't want to sell at a loss. So, hey, I was gonna. It had a lot of interest into it, but people just gave up. I Over the last couple days since they made that announcement that, hey, think of it more as a PC release than a console release, you lost me. I even hit my group chat like, yo, I'm about to get the Steam machine whenever it drop. But it seems like it's not gonna drop as at a reasonable price. Cause I'm like, I don't even know why you don't drop it at like 650, 700. Cause then once you get the people there, you can make all your money in the back end through the software. So I don't know why that wasn't an option. That's it for gaming. Let me know your thoughts about each topic down below. And now we're moving on to anime and manga news. First up, I told you guys that in January there's going to be a Dragon Ball event. I believe I said around January 26th. But January 2026, we're getting a new Dragon Ball event where we're getting a bunch of announcements. Now, already, somehow people are trying to spoil the event. People are trying to. I don't know how they're doing their digging, but they're trying to spoil the event already. I've seen people talking about it, and some people was like, "Hey, can y'all just let us have this? Don't spoil nothing. We want to wait till the actual event to know anything." Now, this is a problem because when Dragon Ball Daima came out, there were a bunch of, as far as I've seen, two big creators spoiling it before the show even came out. Before we had one episode, they were showing character art, talking about scenes from the show that we didn't get to see, and leading up to the first episode, they're alluding to surprises, and I'm like, come on, why? Then the worst part, you even if you wanted to avoid it, you couldn't, because they would put it in a thumbnail. They would throw the picture up on Twitter or Instagram, so when you scrolling, you just happen to see it. Or when it's on a thumbnail on YouTube, you just get spoiled right away. Like, but I've been seeing the outpour of people saying, please do not spoil this for us. If I understand you want to be the first to talk about it, but just wait till the event comes out and happen. That's all people are asking for. We don't want spoilers. We don't want people telling us, hey, you know, when the event happened, this is gonna be part of the event. We don't want that. Keep that to yourself till the event drops. Is all I'm asking. Now, speaking on more Dragon Ball related news, we got the first ever we got the first ever Dragon Ball character ranking. So people, they put up a thing where you can vote. Everybody get one vote. Vote for your favorite character. Right now, I believe the top four is Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, and Vegito. I voted for Goten. You know, gotta show support. But I'll I'll put I'll put the John of the first round so you guys can see who is picked as what so far. But I think it's a cool little thing to before before the event in 2 months. And then the Toei animation, their Twitter account has been sharing a lot of Dragon Ball recently, asking what's your favorite Dragon Ball fight in the series, who's your favorite character. I like to see the support for Dragon Ball. But now we're on to some manga news. I gotta read for this one. So Shueisha Kodanshu Shogaku Shogakukan Katakawa wins a those four companies when when a those four companies wins a copyright lawsuit against Cloudflare because Cloudflare hosts a bunch of websites that pirate anime and manga. So Cloudflare has lost the lawsuit to major Japanese companies to pay damages for hosting anime and manga piracy sites up to $3.3 million. Reminder that Cloudflare is also the company that was responsible for the internet going down a few days ago. Now, my thoughts on this is, people gonna say they shouldn't pirate. Good for them, blah blah blah. But what I'll say is, without piracy sites, anime wouldn't be as big as it is, because recently manhwas have gotten a rise in popularity. It's hard to get manhwas over here, so you gotta read it where you can read it. If that happened to be one of them sites, then, but I'll say if you can get it, pay for it. If not, hop on that boat. But I don't understand how they lost, because the lawsuit alleges that Cloudflare distributes data from manga piracy sites that infringes on the publisher's copyrights. But they do that for a bunch of sites. It's not like, hey, we're only distributing data for those manga piracy sites or the anime piracy sites, where you can buy our service for any website, and we're not in control of that website. But the Japanese judge thought otherwise, so they have to pay up 3.3 million. Will the sites go down? Maybe not. We'll see. But those are the topics in anime and manga news. But before I move on, I'd like to recommend one manga and one comic for you guys to check out. The manga I want to recommend is called The Book Eating Magician. Let me give you a little background. Theodore Miller knows everything about magic except how to use it. Just as he's about to fluke out of Bergen Academy, Theo chances upon a grimoire named Gluttony that manifests as a magic-hungry creature on his hand, like Daedra with the mouth on the hand. The more magical texts and artifacts Gluttony consumes, the more powerful Theo becomes, quickly making him the Academy's star student. Sure, he now lives under constant threat of being eaten by an insatiable parasite, but Theo is finally on his way to becoming a real wizard. This is a great manga. The art is beautiful. The colors, I like the colors that they use. It's not, it's in full color, but it's not colored the way you typically would see a manga colored. It has good world building. It doesn't have a crazy jump in power every time he learns magic. It's like a gradual build to where he becomes a real wizard. But that's the manga I want you guys to check out. And the comic I want you guys to check out is the Batman versus Deadpool. This, I don't even gotta explain what it is. It's a collaboration between DC Comics and Marvel. It has multiple stories, so you get Batman and Deadpool. Then after their story, it's one or two other team ups. I won't spoil it, but one of the other two is my favorite out the bunch. I'll just say Blue, so you'll get it once you see what I'm talking about. But that's it for the recommendations. Check those out, and we're on to the next. All right, let's talk movies and television. First up, we got the first live action. We got the first pictures for the live action Zelda movie, and it's a picture of Link and Zelda in a field. I haven't played many Zelda games, so I'm not really sure which approach they're taking, but I hope they put as much effort as Paramount has been putting into Sonic, even though they're two different studios making the movies. Y'all see the care that they're doing for Sonic in 1, 2, and 3. We got a 4 coming up. Now, take that inspiration and do the same with Zelda. I wonder if I think it'll be funny if Link doesn't speak at all. Everybody talks around him. You get the little sprite. I mean, not the sprite. You get the fairy that follows you around and talk. But Zelda does. I mean, not Zelda. Link doesn't say anything in the movie at all. That would be hilarious. But those those were the first pictures for Zelda, and the movie is coming May 7th, 2027. So I believe I believe they're mid shooting now. So that's probably how we got the pictures. And now to move on to before we were getting a new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles live action movie called The Last Ronin. It was rated R. It was rated R, and now it's been put on hold because we're getting another new live action Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, and the studio wants to Sonicify the franchise. They're trying to steal Neil H. Moritz. Sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong, but he was the producer of the Sonic franchise, but they're making a new set of live action Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles live action movies, and they're also continuing with the animated Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movies that they've been making. But I'm not gonna lie, I would have preferred The Last Ronin, but I understand what they're trying to do. Jesus Christ. Now with that out the way, we're on to some DC news. Following the delay of Lanterns, they put out an updated 2026 DC lineup. Lego Batman doesn't have a release date yet. Batman Nightfall doesn't have a release date yet. Those two are Batman Nightfall is an animated movie. Lego Batman, I believe, is the game. But Supergirl comes June 26th. Lanterns come late summer. Clayface comes September 11th. So I'm thinking first week of August, last week of July for Lanterns. And then Clayface September 11th. Nah. Yeah. So that way we got like straight DC content for like 3 months. 3-4 months. The Lego Batman looks like a Lego Arkham Batman game. Everybody's been excited for that. Batman Nightfall, I believe it's the Azrael story. So we're getting that, an animated version. And then we get the James Gunn DC Universe content coming. But on to some more DC news. Wonder Woman is possibly in Superman Man of Tomorrow. Wonder Woman is rumored to make an appearance in Man of Tomorrow, and they're casting for the role right now. Casting details add that they're looking for someone in their late 20s, early 30s with a tall height requirement. Now, that sounds like they're looking for Wonder Woman, but it could possibly be a couple other characters, like maybe Giganta, maybe I believe her name Barda. It could be her. Like it's we got many different options, but I would like to see this new iteration of Wonder Woman. Just just bring her out. Heck, even show us Batman. Like I would like to see James Gunn version of Wonder Woman, because he's doing all the casting for the Justice League characters, and he's doing tests to see how well they work with our Superman, our Lex. So hopefully, whoever James Gunn's pick is a good pick. The casting I'm waiting for is Batman, because I'd like to see Jensen or or damn, what's his name? Jake Gyllenhaal. Those are my two picks, because I feel like Batman needs to be a big name, because it's always been that way. Superman has been someone that's not known. Batman's been like the top A-lister. So I see Jake Gyllenhaal as this is our pick, but that's up to James Gunn. I'm just waiting for him to I don't want him to rush through and cast his Justice League, but we we got we got our Green Lantern, we got our Superman. Maybe we're getting our Wonder Woman. So we got 3 out of 7. So now we just need Batman, Flash, Aquaman, and Martian Manhunter. Cyborg needs to stay with the Titans. That's my thoughts on the Justice League. But that's a wrap. We dived into the latest in movies, TV, anime, and video games. Now it's your turn. Share your top game, your favorite anime, and must-watch movie. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at KB Streams. Catch you on the next episode. I'm out.